Good morning, everybody.
Hello.
So, acoustics in our apartment is so terrible that today we decided to go out and make a video in the nature. Therefore, we invite you for a walk in the forest, one of our favorite hiking place. And there are plenty of wonders and miracles in this little green area. Today we will attempt to present all, or at least most of them. What do you think about this plan?
I think it is a very good idea. People can know how we spend time in China. People may think that, well, it may be boring in winter, but however, it is not true. We will show you all the places of interest for us.
Yes, let's go to the first place now.
Okay.
We arrived to our first attraction. Let's go. We have to get there through some bush, and we will explain you where we are. What is happening here?
So we're actually in the middle of the tombs of a family. I think it's a family. Look. No.
It's a tradition, old tradition in China to bury dead people in the wilderness, in the nature, in the forest, and preferably on the hills, on the slopes of the hills. And there are countless graves in the nature. We see them all the time. Now these ones, there are 3 graves here. All of them are open. What happened here?
Open, they should be closed, right? The open may be because of the construction is fragile or because somebody broke it.
I think that somebody broke inside because people were looking for some items to steal.
Tomb thieves.
What normally people put into the graves together with the body of a relative?
Some souvenirs, bowls, that instrument, tools that people may use when they die. So, there's some things that use before they die, and maybe sometimes when the family is rich, they can even put some very precious items.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that this tradition is very persistent in China. I still saw this year a lot of very fresh tombs. So even though that there are no more modern cemeteries, people still bury relatives in the forest. Interesting, isn't it?
Yes, it is interesting. To me, it's also very fresh. I don't know that people are still doing this nowadays.
It's a little bit creepy because when you walk through the forest in China, you always see graves everywhere.
Yeah. We always avoid to go directly into a tomb or Chinese people. We think it's a bad luck. It's not a good thing to disturb the ghost.
There are so many graves that it's hard to avoid. Anyhow, let's go to our next attraction.
Okay.
We came to our second attraction. What is happening here?
This is a bunker hidden in the mountain. And when it was built, unknown. And there is a long, very dark tunnel. And we are going to go through this tunnel and show you what is inside.
There is a room. Let's go inside.
Yes, there is a bed there.
There are bats living here in these tunnels. There are not too many of them, only 2 today. Let's take a closer look. There are 2 bats, and I think that one is a lady bat, and the other must be a Mr. Bat.
How do you know?
Well, otherwise, why would they be here together? So this military installation was supposed to, I think it was prepared not very long time ago, after the Civil War, during communist times, as a preparation for the potential war with the West. And since the war didn't come and things changed a little bit, now many of these tunnels are abandoned. There are plenty of bunkers and tunnels in the forests and hills around the place where we live in Nanjing.
Yes.
In the
city,
summer,
there are also.
in the summer it's quite nice because it's really cool inside. People can cool themselves during the heat wave. Oh, we have a giant centipede here. We found another bat. Take a look. It's so tiny. I don't want to touch it because bats can transfer a lot of viruses, but I will make a better video with a phone. It's really cute. So the bats, of course, they kind of hibernate in the winter, but apparently not completely. A few days ago we've been here and we didn't see this bat here. We saw the two in the other room. So this one was flying in the last days. It's good to know that there are tunnels like this, hidden in the forest. When the Third World War arrives, we can come here and hide ourselves from nuclear explosions, so we'll have a chance to survive a little bit longer than the others.
Yes, I agree.
We came to the end of our second attraction.
Civilization.
Let's go to our third attraction. We arrived to our third attraction, and this is my attraction in this area, because this was the first place in China which I recognized as a truly beautiful place. You know, before I arrived to China, I had quite skeptical opinion about this whole country. And I was very careful in the beginning with my evaluation. But finally, once we were hiking, passing by through this forest, and it was much better period of the day as well, because it was late afternoon in the summer, and I just couldn't resist to the attractiveness and beauty of this place. So what do you think?
I think I'm interested in your opinion. I'm especially interested in this part. Before you arrive to China, what do you imagine China will look like?
Dirty, messy, chaotic.
A crowd of people.
And a lot of people doing weird things, yes.
There.
Since then, I found even nicer places. It takes some time. It is a little bit challenging for me. I guess it might be a very personal choice what is a beautiful place. But for me, it was a little bit challenging. It took some time to discover the areas, the spots which I really, really liked. And most of them, they are in the wilderness, in the nature, and obviously in the places where there are not too many people. Now it's the middle of the day, the sun is very strong, also it's middle of the winter. So some trees are bald, there are no leaves. Still, when I look at it, it's quite nice. Would you agree?
Yeah, I also like this beautiful view and the serenity here.
Behind us is our fourth attraction. So in this whole area, there was supposed to be in the past some type of entertainment park, and together with it, somebody planned to build a hotel and a big restaurant. And the building behind us was supposed to be a hotel. But the project was never finished and it was abandoned. So now it's just empty building in the middle of the forest, which is actually quite a big building and quite interesting to explore. Let's take a quick look inside. Okay, we enter the building now.
A cat.
There was a cat here. Where is the cat? So here is on the basement of the building. It's very nice, this abandoned constructions. There's usually a lot of empty space. It looks quite cinematic. At least I have this feeling, and I always liked to explore forbidden, ruined constructions. This whole building, there are a few buildings actually, one next to each other. It was supposed to be a big project. They are in quite a good condition. I have to say that I was quite surprised to see that the quality of buildings, of construction is so good in China. I thought that everything is low quality and shitty, but it turns out that it's not bad at all. And it's holding on, even in this abandoned condition, the whole place is holding on quite well. Take a look at this big hall. It's really nice here. So what do you think about exploring abandoned places?
Well, in the past, I don't understand why people like to explore abandoned houses. But actually, with the more and more experience of really entering these ruins, I start to have some more interest in this activity. It's like an interest for looking for mysterious things.
Yeah, it is something unknown. People usually, most of the people, don't enter unfinished or abandoned buildings. It is like discovering a new world.
Yes, and imagine how it could be if it will be, well prepared. It must be
Yeah.
very luxury hotel.
This part, I think, was supposed to be a restaurant here,
Yeah.
or some ballroom.
Yeah.
All right, so this is it. Let's go to our next attraction. This place is very special because in the past, for a short time, there was some type of amusement park in this forest, which apparently didn't do very well, and it was abandoned a few years ago. And in this forest area, there are plenty of some entertainment mechanisms left to rot and to rust, and they are very interesting. Come on, what do you think?
I think this is my favorite part in this forest. There are many things that I played when I was a child. And to see that those abandoned things make this whole atmosphere a little creepy,
It's a little bit, it could be a good scenery for some type of horror movie, I think. I remember when we passed here for the first time, I was not maybe shocked, but much more than surprised and amused. It was really something unexpected. And it was one of the first moments when I learned that in China you can expect pretty much everything. Will you agree?
Yes, I agree. Actually, I discovered the side of China which I didn't pay attention before with you.
Sure. So many people, or rather I would say even most of the people, go for a normal roads through the forest, most typical well-known hiking paths, and not too many people explore a little bit deeper. And there, the most interesting places are a little bit hidden from the audience. This is one of these places.
Okay.
To get to our next attraction, it will be already 6th attraction. We have to climb this terribly steep and long stairs. Take a look. Go. It looks like we almost arrived. What is happening here? I can see some sculpture, some monument. It must be some famous Chinese general, isn't it?
What general? It is the sculpture of Guanyin Buddha, one of the most important Buddha in Buddhism.
So there is a Buddha in the middle of the forest. What is happening here? How it's possible?
The legend is that in the past in this region there were a lot of wars. People believe that praying to Buddha Buddha will protect them and give them bless. But this is only the legend. This sculpture is purely tourist attraction, built in the recent years,
Yeah,
decades.
yeah, very interesting.
But however, it is very beautiful. The looking is beautiful and the posture is very elegant. So it is a nice tourist attraction.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of rubbish around. People who come here, pass by on the trail, they make a small break, small picnic, and many of these people leave rubbish in the bush around here. But again, very interesting place. Buddha is still alive in China, isn't it?
Yes, yes, live in our mind.
Whether it's real or fake, from our perspective, as we come to the forest just to have a walk and to spend time in the nature, it's one more attraction. We came to our 7th and final attraction for today's walk in the forest. It is Bamboo House. I discovered this house and I called it Bamboo House. And if you want to know why, we have to go inside and then everything will be absolutely clear. Look at that. It is a bamboo house because there are bamboo trees growing inside. So this is abandoned bamboo house in the middle of the forest. Some family used to live here in the past. Now it's just the ruins. And in China you can find plenty of abandoned houses and even the whole villages. So this is very nice attraction, very interesting, peculiar to explore. And also there are bamboo trees, which for me at least, they are attraction by itself, because in Europe, where I am from, there are no bamboo trees at all. So this is the end of our walk for today and end of our video, presenting you 7 wonders of Chinese forests.
Do you like this trip?
This is how we spend time quite often. We try to find some natural places, forests, fields, where we can relax from the city, because we live in a huge city, right?
Yes.
So it's good to find some quiet place, some green and animals. So obviously the biggest attraction is the forest itself and animals which live here. We found quite a lot of interesting animals, especially snakes, right?
Yes, I'm surprised that there are so many snakes in this forest. Because I thought that, well, with so much pollution and exploitation of the land, maybe animals died out already.
I was surprised as well for other reason. I thought that all animals, big animals, were already eaten in China.
Really? You think that Chinese people eat everything?
Well, Chinese people do eat everything, but of course they eat snakes, yes. Without any big problems, you can find restaurant which serves snake meat.
No. Only very few.
Without any problems, you can find restaurant which serves the snake meat of the snake. And turns out that now not too many people actually hunt so much, not as much as in the past, which is very good. So let us know what you think about the forest, about attractions. Well, we didn't actually show too much forest, we only showed the attractions. Let us know what you think about this type of video. We may try to make it a bit more exploration in the future.
I think in China, it is very important that we discover this beautiful country little by little, by ourselves, not to follow other people, not to follow the tourist guide, but find our own interest. And this is the place that we like, right?
Yes, it's important that we try to discover any beauty at all in China. So, see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.